It's most troubling that in 2 years in office, the present government has brought our nation to the point where our leaders now celebrate and endorse failure, lies, and propaganda. The government today, rather than show genuine accountability and measurable progress, focuses on manipulating the narratives, gaslighting the public, shifting blame, and weaponizing governance. Meanwhile, Nigerians live in a worsening and worrisome insecurity, widespread corruption, hunger, and general despondence. There are no clear benchmark for measuring tangible development as we continue to witness the collapse of key indicators like education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation, which are the parameters for measuring national progress. Simple comparison of what has happened in the past 2 years now relies on propaganda and misinformation to mark misgovernance. Our country today can best be described as a nation declining fast in all its facets. The security of lives and property has worsened, and the rule of law is virtually non-existent. These are hard, verifiable facts.
Happy Democracy Day to Nigerians. How did you celebrate your democracy? Oh yes, is Nigeria actually celebrating democracy or practicing democracy or democracy? So yesterday, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, gave his speech through the National Assembly. And many Nigerians continue to question his decision to visit the National Assembly and give his speech through the National Assembly instead of the normal morning speech given from the Oval Office, or better still, addressing Nigerians at the Eagle Square. And it's not a surprising thing, judging by the fact that the presidency, since he had Zoom office on the 29th of May 2023, we have seen his democratic behaviors and policies anti-people, and for the fact that those that are actually standing on the mandate, singing on the mandate, and actually flying on the mandate of Mr. President are those at the National Assembly, the honorable members, representing every constituency in Nigeria at the National Assembly. So why not? He will choose to address them because these are the people that gave him the mandate and backing up the mandate, not Nigerians. The 200 million Nigerians did not give Bola Ahmed Tinubu the mandate, and they are not backing him. Why do I say so? When you judge by the fact that in the last Democracy Day outing of Mr. President, as well as the Independence Day of Nigeria, which always been celebrated on the 1st of October, Nigerians were booing him in the last outing. For that reason, if the people are booing, who are those that are backing me and supporting my mandate? It is those at the National Assembly, the Akpabius and the Kanus. They are the ones who approve every given budget or every given money sent to them. So why not go and address them? He doesn't care about the people who actually go to the polling unit, who they gaslight every Q2 market, AK market day, to vote for them, which the vote will not eventually count because they always have their way, with the Independent National Electoral Commission at the center of everything. Oh yes, allegedly. However, the speech of Mr. President comes with a lot of criticism because everything that he has said in that speech, 99.9% of those things are not real in real time in Nigeria as of today. So if you stay with me a little bit, let's look at some of what Mr. President said during the speech of Democracy Day yesterday, being Thursday, 2025. And again, His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, he gave a very wonderful speech even before the president addresses his mandate defenders and mandate standers at the National Assembly. And in that speech, Peter Obi emphasized on the issues bordering Nigeria. He talks about the lack of education in Nigeria, where students are now writing exam with candles. There are no lab. We have laboratory without any functional equipment in the lab. We have students being taught things, computer, without having system to practicalize what they are being taught. right? So His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi also referred to the issues of insecurity. He talks about our electoral processes. He talks about so many things, our economy, GDP, and all of that. These are the issues that Mr. President needs to assure Nigerians that he has done enough within his first 2 years in office. This meeting to enable and to give an enabling environment for business to thrive. Are business thriving in Nigeria, or they are running away? Peter Obi gave hint to all of this and even gave Mr. President solution, and to copy the way of the past president, especially that of Yar'Adua of blessed memory, and Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, in order to bring Nigeria out of these poverty quantum economy that is practicing as of today. But now the attack dogs will always come for him. But then let's watch what His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi said, counter by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But if I may ask you, who is the true president by the speech given by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi? Who is a supposedly good president for Nigerians? 2027 is not far away. So, after watching this, let's have this conversation at the comment section. What do you think? Thank you for watching.
On May 29, 2023, when this government was sworn in to office, Nigeria gross domestic product, GDP, was $364 billion. As of today, it has declined to $188 billion, a decline of almost 50%. Nigeria per capita income was $1,640 as at May 2023. Today, it has dropped to about $835, a devastating decline of about 50%. Nigerians living in poverty have increased from 38.9% to 54%. Within this period, 129 million Nigerians now live below poverty line. The World Bank recent report stated that 75% of Nigerians in rural areas now live below poverty, and the situation is even more in urban areas.
Assuming office, my team and I moved to reform our ailing economy. We introduced fundamental reforms to correct structural imbalances that prevented maximum growth. We are already seeing results. The GDP grew by 3.4% in 2024, with Q4 hitting 4.6%, the highest quarter of growth in over a decade. Inflation is easing gradually, steadying the price of food staples like rice and beans. Our net foreign reserve have increased fivefold, and the Naira exchange rate has stabilized. Our balance of payment position is positive. Our sovereign credit rating is improving, and we continue to promote oil and non-oil gas exports. State do not need to go about borrowing to pay salaries anymore. In less than 1 year, over 100,000 Nigeria, including 35,000 civil servants, has benefited from affordable consumer credit through the Nigerian Consumer Credit Corporation, enabling them to purchase vehicles, light up and improve their well-being, and purchase life essentials. This July, we will launch a bold new initiative to empower 400,000 young Nigerians, including youth corpers, with consumer credit.
Our education sector has deteriorated significantly. Today, we have 18.3 million children out of school, the highest in the world. The quality of education has deteriorated. Our children are now being taught science without science lab, and computer without computers. They are now taking exams in darkness with candles. There's not even glitches in the exams.
In addition, we have embarked on an ambitious project to lay fiber optic cables across the nation, a transformative step towards bridging the digital divide and fostering greater connectivity. This initiative promises not only to enhance the speedy and reality of internet access, but also to revolutionize how business operates, how students learn, and how community stays connected. By extending this critical infrastructure, we are empowering entrepreneurs, enabling digital education, and providing the tools for our youth to compete in a globalized economy.
Nigerian businesses continue to collapse at an alarming rate. Within these 2 years, approximately 7 million micro, small, and medium enterprises shut down and folded up across the country. Over 80 manufacturing companies have permanently closed their operations. Funding costs of raw materials and energy costs have surged to an incredible level, making these manufacturing companies to close down. Over 15 major multinational companies, including GlaxoSmithKline, Beecham, Diageo, Procter & Gamble, to name a few, have exited due to harsh operating environment.
We further enhance progress and we consolidate market-driven growth. The improved economic performance is encouraging and validates the soundness of our policy measures with collaboration with you. Our medium-term growth target remains an economy growing at a 7% clip with a stronger manufacturing base. We must learn to produce and grow most of our food, and we are on the path to achieving food sovereignty. These and other reforms have placed the economy on a more rational footing, where critical decisions regarding the large-scale investment can now be made. We are making agriculture more sexy.
Now, the electoral body in the country to truly be independent, the very agency that is supposed to serve as an independent electoral body for Nigerian elections has lost its neutrality and credibility and now operates as an extension of APC government, thus undermining democracy, eroding public trust, and turning elections into endorsements rather than credible contest.
Look at my political history. I will be the last person to advocate such a scheme. In year 2003, when the then governing party tried to sweep the nation clean of political opposition through plot and manipulation, I was the last progressive governor standing in my region. In their numbers, they boasted. In all their numbers and the false grandeur, they boasted of ruling, not only governing Nigeria, for the next half century or more. Where are they now? Yet I stood alone. My allies had been induced into defeat. My adversary held all the cards that mortal man could carry. Even with all of that, they could not control my destiny and could not control our national destiny because fate is written from the above.
Process that brought him into office was wrong and not sufficiently credible, and thus insists on doing what is right to save our democracy. And similarly, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who saved our nascent democracy by accepting defeat even before the election results were announced. We must end this troubling governance era that is filled with impunity, state capture, absolute regard to rule of law, and checks and balances required for worthwhile democracy.
You don't hear everything, so what do you think about Democracy Day from their speeches? You want the full? Go and watch. And this one, now separate, take compare with this one talk I just want to talk. I beg, if you have not subscribed, make you subscribe to this channel. Drop your comment, I beg you. Like and share. Thank you.